This is Jacob. He's just about to make it in time for a meeting with a potential employer, Mr. Glazier, in order to gain a position at his firm. Mr. Buck, thank you for coming in today. Shall we?
Why not?
Well, Mr. Buck, I am pleased with your application that you sent through, and I was wondering if you could prove to me that you have all the skills you claim to have by displaying them to me in an interview.
Oh, yes, that's fine. When should it take place? Next week? Month?
Tomorrow, if that's okay.
Yes, that should be fine.
Okay. Oh no, what is Jacob going to do now? He only has 24 hours to find out what skills are required to get a chance in that role. Luckily, he recently saw an advert for How to Get a Job, the book, which claims that it can give you the skills to be employed in a short amount of time. But surely such a product doesn't exist, does it?
Hello, can I have the...
How to Get a Job, the book?
Yeah.
Yes, I can tell. Loads of you are coming in. I've got one here, actually. That'll be $15.99, please.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a nice day now.
Thanks.
Good luck. So Jacob opened the book, desperately trying to find out what skills he needed in order to get this job at Mr. Glazier's firm. Chapter 1 says he needs to know communication skills. There are 3 types of these: written communication, verbal communication, and non-verbal communication. Written communication. Written communication is communication by the means of written symbols. Advantages of written communication are that they provide ready records and references, and that they are more precise and explicit. Disadvantages of written communication include that it costs a lot in terms of stationery and other equipment, and that it is time consuming, as feedback is not always immediate. Verbal communication. Verbal communication is where we communicate our message verbally to the receiver. Advantages of verbal communication is that you may get an immediate answer. Disadvantages of a verbal communication is that it's difficult to keep track of conversations you've had in the past. Non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication is communication which do not require words. For example, gesture, body language, posture, facial expressions, eye contact, clothing, and hairstyles. The next chapter is personal skills. Those skills are teamwork, hard working, interpersonal skills, negotiation, and cooperation. Teamwork. Teamwork is where a group of people work together in order to achieve a final goal or aim. An advantage of teamwork is that you, as an individual, will only have to carry out the tasks which meet your strengths. A disadvantage of teamwork is that some people are not team players, and therefore there will be unequal participation within the group. Hard working. Hard working is where an individual works at the best of their ability for longer hours of the day. An advantage of working hard is that you will be able to finish the tasks required in a shorter period of time. A disadvantage of hard working is that you will need to be motivated every time you carry out the action. Interpersonal skills. Interpersonal skills are skills which someone would use in order to interact with another person. An advantage of interpersonal skills is that when working in a team, you will be able to be more social with the other members. Negotiation. Negotiation is where 2 or more parties have a discussion in order to reach an understanding. An advantage of negotiation is that in most cases an understanding will occur. However, if the parties' opinions are too distant, then it will be harder in order to reach a final result. Cooperation. Cooperation is the process of working or acting together. An advantage of cooperation is that it is possible to raise more capital as you will be selling more stock. A disadvantage of cooperation is that it may consist of larger sums of paperwork. Last chapter, employability skills. For this you need suitable qualifications, experience in a similar role, knowledge of products or service, experience in the industry, and effective at meeting personal targets. Suitable qualifications. Suitable qualifications are the qualifications which will assist you into gaining a specific role. For example, in order to become a doctor, it is better to get a qualification in biology rather than a qualification in ICT. Experience in a similar role. Experience in a similar role is where you have had some form of experience in the past which can relate to the job you are currently applying for. For example, if you intend to be a radio presenter, it is best to have some form of work experience, as this will benefit the chances of you getting into the industry in the future. Of products and services. Knowledge of products and services is where an employee is aware of all the facts and figures a product or service has. This is so that if a question is asked of that employee, they will be able to answer quickly and efficiently. Experience in the industry. Experience in the industry is where an individual has had experience in the same industry they currently work for in the past. An advantage of experience in the industry is that an individual may have contacts in that industry which could benefit the business as a whole. The ability to meet targets is where an individual is able to meet targets set by an employer. Examples of targets may be budgets or deadlines.
Jacob made it the next day at Mr. Glazier's firm early, so he's going to do some last-minute practice before he goes in.
Oh, Jacob, thank you. Early today I see you got pushed for time. Oh, what's this?
No, you won't be eating this, will you?
No. Shall we?
Okay. Let's. So, Mr. Bung, last time we met, I believe I asked if you could provide any evidence.
Yeah.
That's backing up the statements in your application.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just going to ask you a few. First of all, when have you worked in a team environment?
Well, I did work experience at school.
Yes.
And we had to work as a team then.
I'm sure you did. Now, what qualifications have you got to help you out as being an accountant?
I have a degree in mathematics.
Yes, that
was
will
very
help.
helpful.
It is. And what experience have you had in the past?
Well, I once worked as an accountant.
As an accountant?
Yeah.
Oh, that's even more handy. So what knowledge have you got of my company?
I know you started in 2003 and have just turned over £1.6 million.
Yes, we are very proud of those figures, and we'd like you to be part of that journey on to the next 1.6 million, if that's okay. So welcome aboard.
Thank you.